in custody or being detained. Those are the two phrases that we talk about when we talk about the government restricting a citizen's movement. But what's the difference? Well, there's not a real bright line test. So in custody is defined as if a reasonable person, under the totality of the circumstances, does not feel like they're free to leave, then that is in custody. And that seems pretty clear, except it's not. Because if the police say somebody behind a building with burglary tools and they temporarily restrain them to do an investigation, that would be a detention, but it is not in custody. Even though they may not feel free to leave, even though no reasonable person would be free to leave, it does not matter because it's temporary. And that is Berkmer versus McCarthy. So on a routine traffic stop or under routine investigation, the police may have reasonable suspicion to seize someone for a brief moment to do an initial investigation to confirm or dispel their suspicions. But the longer they hold them, or the more force they use to hold them, let's say they draw their weapon, let's say they handcuff them, set them on the curb, the more factors like that, how many officers were present, 6 officers yelling and screaming, get out of the car, get out of the car. The more factors you have like that, the less likely it is that it's going to be considered being detained and more likely that it's going to be considered in custody. So there's not a real bright line test, but remember, to be in custody, the police must have probable cause to put you in custody. Reasonable suspicion is not enough. So there is a line there. And even if it's blurry, police need to make sure of where that line is, because it also applies to when someone is being Mirandized or having their rights read to them. So in custody does not just mean formal arrest, but the definition is not real clear, is going to be very, very fact specific.